Title, Pack, Saw 3, JSA number 90, Department, Packing. Required personnel protective equipment: safety glasses, face shield, hearing protection, hard hat, cut-resistant gloves, metatarsal boots, long pants, long sleeve shirt, and high vis. Pre-startup inspection, machine lockout. Potential hazard, equipment failure. Recommendations: notify that you are shutting off power and doing an LTV, turn off power, lock out main power supply. Recommendations: turn off air supply, place your personal lock on the air valve. Push in the air valve. Place your personal lock on the air valve. Always check to ensure that it's locked. Saw blade inspection. Potential hazard: trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations: the machine must be locked out and off for these steps. Not doing so will lead to a termination. Check for broken and missing teeth. The blade gloves must be used while handling the blade. Open the guarding to access the blade. Pre-startup inspection power-up. Potential hazard: trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations: verify that the saw oil switch is on in the vertical position. Unlock and verify the main power switch is on. Verify the air is unlocked and on. Pre-startup light guard inspection. Potential hazard: trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations: with power on, verify that both light curtains are working properly. What are light curtains? The function of a light curtain is when light beams are obstructed and the outputs turn off, which signals a stop to the associated hazardous movements. When something crosses through the light curtains, a red light will appear. Pre-startup safety shield inspection. Potential hazard: trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations: inspect the safety shield, verify that nothing is broken. Lift the safety shield and verify that the machine stops when the shield is lifted. Check kerf before cutting material. This step only applies if changing saw blade. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, and sharp profiles. So what is a kerf? A slit made by cutting with a saw blade. What's the purpose of checking the kerf? We check the kerf after a saw blade change to ensure we get an accurate cut length for the customer. Recommendations. You must use the correct tool for this process. You must use a set of calipers. Go ask your group leader for a set when you need to use them. Kerf should be checked before cutting material after a blade change. If gap is not correct, get a hold of maintenance and your group leader. Pre-startup rear backstop homing. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. From the main computer screen, access homing. This will ensure the backstop is at 0 for an accurate cut. Pre-startup carriage auto return. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. From the main computer screen, access the auto return and verify the setting is correct. Verify other settings are correct for profile to be cut. This is the main computer screen. These are the settings that must be correct for accurate cuts. Pre-startup air pressure, potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Verify that the air pressure should be set between 35 psi to 40 psi. Packer saw setup. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. You will receive the sample that you will be cutting and packing. The information will help you for your next order and setup process. The AS400 system will give details about setting up. Crating material onto saw buffer. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Before crating bundle material, make sure the table and floor are clean to avoid trip hazards. Make sure that all team members are notified and clear of area when crating material onto buffer table. A certified crane operator must use the crane. Always pay attention to your surroundings with the crane and mobile equipment. Packer stack extrusions on saw table. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Use good body mechanics. Hold the material close to your body, avoid overextending, and work together and communicate. Customer packing requirements. Potential hazards, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Ensure you are using the materials that are required from the customer, such as cardboard, paper, cardboard strips, and corner protectors. Ensure the bundles are properly packed. Saw operation, blowing off saw fines. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. A face shield is required when operating the air hose. Blow compressed air away from team members and towards the saw chip collector. No modifications are allowed to the air wand. Stacking product quality. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Some customers may have specific quality inspections to be performed, such as using the LMM table. Ensure the table is set up in the most ergonomic position possible. Stacking product compressed air line. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Keep the airline coiled or situated under the conveyor where it's not a trip hazard. Conveyors and rollers. Potential hazard, pinch points. Recommendations. Never place hands or fingers between rollers on moving conveyor ends or moving parts. These rollers are pinch points. Do not leave your hand laying here while material is being moved down the line. Your fingers will get pinched between the material and the rollers. Removable saw arms. Potential hazard, pinch points, running into, and trip hazard. Recommendations. Never place hands or fingers between rollers, table, and removable arms. Always remove arms when not in use so they don't get ran into. Saw cleanup. Potential hazard, trip hazard, hand finger crush, noise, sharp profiles, and mobile equipment. Recommendations. Follow LTV process before opening saw guarding. All saw fines cleaned up, blow out saw, make sure your face shield is on, tools put away, and no personal items left behind or on saw. A clean plant is a safe plant. Additional notes and comments. Conveyors and rollers have running nip points and pinch points. Keep hands and fingers clear. Mobile equipment, 10-foot rule. Stay out of spill zone when product is being loaded, and ensure your PPE is in good condition.